Namaskaram. Welcome to day 68 of the Safe Soil Journey. So, yesterday we were looking at Surya Kriya and how it's a very subtle and very powerful practice. So, today we thought we can explore about Yogasanas and how this is one of the core Hatha Yoga practices. So, if you had just come to the Isha Yoga Center maybe about 10 years before, then the only Hatha Yoga practice which was taught was Yogasanas, different sets of asanas. It's only after that, once the Hatha Yoga teacher training started, that many other practices were offered for people to learn, like Surya Kriya, Surya Shakti, Angamardana, Upayoga, etc. But otherwise, Yogasanas was the core offering, and this is something which is basically a set of asanas, both basic and advanced asanas. You may have heard of these asanas like Padastasana, Konasana, Trikonasana, Vrikshasana, Janushyasana, Matsyendrasana. So like this, various types of asanas. So over 21 asanas are taught in this program, and there are even advanced asanas. Some of them are taught in the initial program itself, and sometimes teachers prefer to teach it as a separate program. After people stabilize with the basic asanas, then they can learn advanced asanas like Sarvangasana, Mayurasana, and other things which are which may be difficult for people to practice, like in the initial stage. So this is something which is also a prerequisite for doing programs, advanced programs like Samyama, which is a silence program offered by Sadhguru, where participants are in silence for over 7 days. So Sadhguru was mentioning that if one can be in an asana, stable and at ease, then tremendous changes happen in the system. And just by sitting in an asana, one can change the chemistry of the system, and one can align the system with the cosmic geometry. So asanas is a very precise science in terms of getting the posture right. It is very important. So it may take a lot of refinement to come to the correct posture. So it's best that even if you have learned yogasanas, see if you can review these practices every 6 months from a trained teacher, so that they can point out if you're doing any mistakes, fine tune your practices, and get more benefits by doing the practices. So these practices, as you know, that there are 84 asanas which are called as yogasanas, which means these are asanas which can lead one to a state of yoga or union. And out of these 84 yogasanas, there are innumerable asanas, and out of these asanas, 84 have been chosen, which are called as yogasanas. At Isha, they teach only about 21 or more asanas, not all the 84 asanas, because Sadhguru was mentioning that if these 21 or more asanas are practiced, this itself is more than enough. It's not about doing more number of asanas, but about seeing how one can stay in each asana for longer periods of time. So this program can be learned by anyone over 14 years of age, and the advanced asanas as well, they can be learned by people over 15 years of age. So once you start doing these asanas, you will see that initially it might take about 45 to 50 minutes to do the asanas, but as you progress, the time taken to do this practice can increase, because the idea is to stay in each asana for longer periods of time. So initially you may be doing just for about 30 seconds in each asana, or even less than that, and no more number of cycles. But as you get more comfortable, we need to increase the duration, maybe 45 seconds, then 1 minute, then 1.5 minutes. I remember during our Hatha Yoga teachers training, we were holding for about 1 minute 45 seconds or so. So we used to take almost 1 hour 45 minutes to 2 hours to complete the whole set of asanas. So timing of the practice can vary based on how long you're holding the asana. So the idea is to increase the time gradually. So this is something which have tremendous benefits. Even if you are having any chronic ailments or any other health conditions, this can assist you tremendously. It's just that if you have any chronic ailments or back problems or spinal issues, it's important that you first consult with your physician, check if you are eligible to learn the practice at this point of time, because they know about asanas. If you just tell them that can I practice yoga asanas, and if they say that yes, your condition is suitable for the same, then you can approach a hatha yoga teacher. It cannot be taught online, it can be only taught offline. So please see if you can learn in a committed atmosphere. It's very important that you learn it in the right atmosphere, because the way asanas are taught, many of the teachers, they teach them online, and Sadhguru was mentioning that such a thing should be only offered offline in a committed atmosphere. So the way you imbibe these asanas can make a big difference. You can either learn it like a physical exercise, which can give you some physical benefits, or it can become like a deep and intense spiritual process for you. If you learn it in the right way, it can open up many dimensions. So it's a very subtle practice, and practices like Angamardana, Surya Shakti, Upayoga, they can be a good preparation before you start yogasanas. It can open up the system. So those of you who have been practicing yogasanas, we would love to hear from you. How has your experience been practicing yogasanas, and how long are you able to hold an asana? So if you can share about these things, it would be wonderful to hear from all of you. And if you have more questions about yogasanas, you can even post it in the comment section. So looking forward to hear from all of you about your experience of yogasanas, and how, and if you wish to learn, you can also share with us that what is it that you are actually, what are the benefits that you're looking to gain just by practicing yogasanas. For a lot of people, it's just about trying to get rid of a health condition. For some people, it is about stabilizing the body and mind. For some people, it's about gaining more flexibility, and most importantly, all these benefits will anyway be there if you get into an asana and do it regularly. But most importantly, it can elevate you. It can elevate your consciousness. It can lead you to a state of union, which is called as yoga. So other benefits like health and other all the other physical benefits, these are just side effects. So that will anyway happen if you get into an asana properly. So please see if you can take this up, and would be very happy to hear from all of you how your experience has been. Namaskar.